What's going on YouTube? I hope that everybody's been safe, especially dealing with this pandemic that's been going on. My name is Donald. I don't do many YouTube videos. I'm not looking to become a celebrity. My background is in public safety, anything public safety from corrections to private security to executive protection. Been to school for it, studied it, and I continue to study it. I also run a small business in Chicago. It's called the Diplomatic Security Services Group, something that was started by me several years ago because I really wanted to uh, just really get into the field of personally providing security, and not just security services, but being able to provide more security risk management, the risk management part of security, risk mitigation, really getting in front of the situation, or as we say, being proactive. Security unfortunately um, has taken a very bad name these days because you have too many security companies out here and too many security officers or guards that are unfortunately overstepping their authority and want to be somebody that they're not trained to be. So I've decided to kind of venture more on the security consulting, risk management, security assessment part of that, and kind of moving away or not providing that type of service unless direly needed. I've been doing this for over 23 years now. In combination of, having my CDL, I decided in 2009 to go out and get my CDL. So I drove buses for a while, up until last year when I was driving the big motor coaches. I mean, literally all over the country. But once you do any type of public safety, police work, corrections, that always stays with you. So even though I've obtained my CDL, I've continued to study and once again provide security related services, to really put my knowledge and know-how to helping people and businesses. Recently, I've decided, because of the pandemic, to go out and get my Class A. And I decided to do it because business was slow, and I did not necessarily want to do security for a company or anybody else. So I decided to upgrade and get my Class A, and I did it through rail transport. Once again, I have no qualms about rail transport. I've learned a lot since May. Unfortunately, in the second week of my phase one training, a vehicle that I use for security and for my business, I obviously was using it to transport myself up to rail transport. I end up hitting a deer. And that is something that you hear about, but you never think it would happen to you. By the time I saw Bambi was already jumping in front of me, and once the airbags deployed, that was a wrap on that. So this channel is really more dedicated to just kind of talking about security, talking about any questions in the security related field, providing services, any questions, know-how of my 23 years of working in the public safety realm, and also talking about ground transportation. People underestimate that even in security, corrections, and police work, that ground transportation makes up a majority of that, because whether you're transporting yourself, transporting VIP clients on the security realm, having a CDL is actually an asset, because you never know. You may get called upon to have to drive that tour bus. You may have to get called upon to move a big piece of equipment, and you want to make yourself marketable to be able to do that. So really, this video is just really an intro to myself. Once again, I run a small company in Chicago called Diplomatic Security Services Group. It's based out of Chicago. And also to talk about, once again, if you have any questions on the security related side, I'll be doing periodic YouTube videos on security, training in security, knowing your laws in security, and also touching on topics, once again, as far as on the trucking side, the commercial side, whether it be bus or trucking. Also, to close this out, I have a GoFundMe page that is set up to help me as a small business owner to strive to replace the vehicle that was totaled out in May. It was a 14 Equinox. I used it once again for business and also to get myself around to get to rail. Once again, if you know anybody that's not really from a monetary standpoint, but if you know anybody that's willing to donate a comparable SUV, if you know a municipality, a department, a fleet manager. I've even tried to reach out to Ford themselves. I'm a big fan of Ford, and I've tried to reach out to Mr. Jim Hackett, hoping that maybe, they will be able to, I know it's kind of far-fetched, gift my small business a vehicle, which would be greatly appreciated. So if you know anybody, any dealerships, anybody that's, just, want to give a helping hand, my Cash App is Diplomatic Security, obviously with the $ in front, Diplomatic Security. And once again, I also have a GoFundMe page set up on behalf of myself and my small business. But like I said, it's not about money. It's about, helping small businesses. And yes, as a small business, I have applied for the disaster loans and things like that. But once again, there's nothing wrong with asking. And with all the scams that's going on out here in the world, I don't want to be in a situation where I'm listed or being associated with any type of scams or, help me with money and nothing like that, because this is bigger than money. I've been doing public safety for over 23 years, and I want to continue to do that. Also being able to get to people and businesses, being able to get myself there to do the risk assessments, and also too for my family, because once again, being a small business owner, I did not have multiple vehicles. I only had obviously one vehicle that I was using for business and also to get back and forth with my family. So once again, I'll be doing periodic videos. Once again, if you have any questions about security, the laws, what you can and cannot carry, recent developments. If you're in Illinois, the Department of Professional Regulations, training. I will also be doing training videos as far as defensive tactics. And once again, just something as simple as report writing. You'll be surprised of the amount of security officers that are at facilities and unfortunately do not know how to do report writing. And once again, every now and then, topics in relation to the commercial side, whether it be bus or truck driving. But most importantly, once again, if you know anybody that's willing, or like I said, a fleet manager, anybody that's willing to donate a vehicle on behalf of my company, I would be greatly indebted to you. And once again, if you feel comfortable making a donation, once again, the Cash App is Diplomatic Security with the question mark in front of it. And also I have a GoFundMe page set up to, once again, to help me to replace the vehicle that was totaled in May in Allenton, Wisconsin, when Bambi decided to run in front of me. So once again, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Be safe out there with this pandemic. I'm not here to tell you to put a mask on, but it's up to you. I would suggest it to put a mask on, but once again, I'm not here to tell you that. I just want you to be safe, especially in Chicago. It's been a rough time here in Chicago. Be safe out there, and talk to you later.